So you're building your company, you're closing deals, you are in the zone. And then a letter shows up. It's from the United States Patent and Trademark Office, the US PTO, and your stomach just twists into a knot. You've missed a patent maintenance fee.
Oh, that feeling? Yeah, that's totally normal. It is an absolute gut punch, and pretty much every founder feels it at some point. But here's the good news. That feeling, that panic, it doesn't have to be the end of the story. There is a way forward.
All right, so the panic is definitely real. But what actually happens when you miss a fee? It's not like a light switch gets flipped and your patent just vanishes into thin air.
What really happens is your patent enters this kind of limbo. It's still there, technically, but it's living on borrowed time. And this is the critical period where what you do next, or what you don't do, decides everything.
You see, the real problem here isn't just about the late fee itself. The bigger, more hidden danger is the chain reaction of business problems that a late patent can set off.
Think about it. A patent is so much more than a legal document. It's a signal to the world. It tells investors your tech is solid. It tells partners you own your innovation. But when its status gets shaky, it introduces doubt. Suddenly, investors get nervous, licensing deals get messy, and you can bet your competitors are watching for an opening.
And every single day you wait, what started as a small administrative slip-up starts to look like a major strategic weakness. You're not just fixing a paperwork mistake anymore, you're trying to stop a crack from spreading through your company's foundation.
Okay, so there is some good news. The system actually has a built-in safety net for this exact situation. It's your lifeline, and it's called the grace period.
This is the million-dollar question, right? Do all those years of hard work, all that innovation, just disappear overnight because of a missed deadline? Well, thankfully, the answer is no. And the reason why is this grace period.
So here's what you need to know. The grace period starts the day after your payment was due. For a little while, the US PTO basically gives you a second chance, treating your patent as if it's still active. It's a window of opportunity to fix the mistake before you lose your rights for good.
Now, this is absolutely crucial. You have to think of the grace period as a shield, not a cushion. It's a tool for emergencies, designed to protect you from one mistake. It is not an excuse to delay or relax. It's a signal to act with urgency.
Because if you do treat it like a cushion, if you decide to wait it out, you're going to find out pretty quickly that the real cost of waiting is way more than just a late fee.
The very moment you enter the grace period, bam, a surcharge gets tacked on. But don't think of it as a punishment. It's really more of a signal. It's the USPTO's way of saying, hey, time is running out. You need to handle this now.
And let's be clear, that window of opportunity closes fast. First, the deadline passes. Then the surcharge gets applied. And every single day brings you closer to the end of the grace period. Once that ends, your simple payment option is gone, your patent officially expires, and getting it back becomes a whole lot harder. So the real lesson here isn't about the surcharge. It's about the risk you're taking on by waiting. A simple credit card error, a typo on a form. These tiny, normally fixable mistakes can suddenly cause your patent to expire permanently, all because you ran out of time to fix them.
Okay, I know this all sounds a little intense, but there's a huge upside here. If you handle this right, this crisis doesn't have to be a failure. It can actually be a chance to build a much stronger, more resilient IP strategy.
When it comes to restoring your patent, you're really at a fork in the road. You have two options, and the path you get to take is decided entirely by how quickly you act. And the difference between these two paths is, well, it's night and day. On one hand, inside the grace period, you just pay the fee and surcharge. It's simple, it's fast, your rights are never interrupted, and restoration is guaranteed. On the other hand, after it expires, you're filing a formal petition, facing possible gaps in protection, and the outcome is totally uncertain. It's slow, it's complicated, and it's a headache you really want to avoid.
So instead of beating yourself up, treat this experience as a wake-up signal. It's a clear sign that something in your company's internal process is a little too fragile. This is your chance to find that weakness and fix it for good. So here's your playbook, a 4-step plan to turn this around. Number 1, act immediately and restore that patent. Secure your rights. Then, use this as a trigger to review your entire portfolio. 3, clarify ownership. Make sure somebody's name is on this task. And 4, this is the big one, build a real system, not just calendar reminders, to make sure this never, ever happens again.
Look, a missed fee feels like a catastrophe. But it's really just a test of how your company responds under pressure.
It's not the end of your patent. What really matters is how quickly and how decisively you choose to act.
And that leaves you with one final question to ask yourself about your business. Is your patent portfolio a fortress, protected by strong, reliable systems? Or is it just a line in the sand, waiting to be washed away by the next unexpected wave?